Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe. The top 5 things you should look out for in a relationship or before going into a relationship. And so in no particular order, my top 5 point would be communication. It's very important to communicate. Without communicating, it's almost impossible to understand each other. You need to communicate. For example, in our daily activities, if you speak Spanish and your friend speaks Igbo or Yoruba, it's almost impossible to understand each other. It's like you're hitting a wall. But when you speak the same language, not necessarily the tribal language, when you understand each other and you know, oh, when I bat my eyes, it means I'm angry. When I smile, it means I'm truly happy. When I say stop, I mean stop. When you understand each other that way on another level, it makes your life and it makes your communication and it makes your relationship a whole lot sweeter. You need to be in a relationship with someone that you can communicate effectively with. And my number 2 is give and receive. It's so important to give and receive in a relationship. I love to give and I love to receive. You can't be in a relationship when you don't receive and when you don't give. It's frustrating. You can't be in a relationship with someone who just loves to take. And when I say give, I just don't mean monetary or gift items. I mean give your time, commitment, selflessness, listening, attention, being there. They're giving your time, driving the long distance to the person. That's all part of giving. So you can't be in a relationship with someone who just wants to receive from you without giving. And for you to find someone who is willing to give so much, you as an individual has to be ready to give so much as well to people. So you give much to receive. And my number 3 is trust versus control. You need to be in a relationship with someone you trust. You can't successfully have a relationship without trust. Trust is the foundation of most relationships. If you don't trust this individual, oh my God, you would only end up frustrating yourself. You would drive yourself nuts because you think, oh my God, why didn't he pick? Why didn't she call back? Why didn't he text back? Who is he with? What is she doing? It's impossible. You would only give yourself hypertension if you do not trust your partner. So the very key thing to look out for in a relationship is someone who you trust and someone who trusts you in return. It's very important. Now there's a big difference between trust and control. You also don't want to be with someone who wants to control your every activity, control what you wear, what you eat, where you go to. You don't need that. As human beings, we all need our free will and our freedom. And my number 4 is knowing the warning signs. You need to pick up those signs. Don't be covered by love and then you forget or you omit or you decide to ignore those signs that you should be listening to. There's some things you should watch out for in your relationship. Don't let love blind you. Whatever you do not fix now while you're getting to know each other, almost impossible to fix when you get into the relationship, especially if you're thinking of going the long haul. If you're planning on putting a ring on it, you had better fix it now before you get into it. If you do not fix it now and you say, oh, maybe when we get into the relationship, he would change, she would change. It doesn't happen. People are so stuck in their ways. Human beings, we hate to change. Change is one thing that we are not very open to. So whatever you don't correct now, whatever you take, accept, and say it's fine, it's going to remain fine. If he's always hiding his phone, if he protects his password like it's a do or die affair, if his phone is always on silent, it never rings, if she has a private phone, if he has a private phone in his socks, oh my God, do not ignore those signs. Watch out for those warning signs. Do not let love blindfold you. And my number 5 is deal breakers. You need to know what your deal breaker is. What is it that is a no-no for you? You know, this is the line. You don't cross this line. She mustn't cross this line and he mustn't cross this line. Mutual respect is very important. That thing that you know that you can't stand, don't try to pretend that you can take it now and then when you get into that long relationship, maybe marriage, you can't stand it anymore. If you can't stand him always picking his nose, biting his fingers, chewing them, just talk about it now. If you can't stand her always doing makeup, she sleeps, wakes up, drinks, whatever she does, she has makeup on her face 24/7. If you can't stand it, talk about it. If you don't want him to throw his socks, his boxes everywhere and have you pick it up, Start today. Don't wait until you get married before you do that. Don't act like you enjoy picking it up now, and then when you get in there you start to complain and then you hope he's gonna change. He's not gonna change because he's used to it. So tell him about it right now. If you don't like her hanging her panties all over the bathroom, tell her now. Don't wait until you get into the relationship because she's used to it. So know the warning signs, know the things you don't want, and then cut them off. Change is very, very constant, but it's very hard for us human beings to deal with change. So start now to work on these 5 things that we talked about. Let me know what your 5 most important things to look out for before going into your relationship is. I just said mine. I know this is not all perfect. There are other things you should look out for, but this is my top 5. So let me know what your top 5 is. You can send me emails, do a comment, let me know, let's talk about it. Tell me what your top 5 is. I've told you mine, tell me yours. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and then stay tuned and stay glued to your TV while you wait for me to bring you another exciting time on Chilling with Neye. Don't forget to share love with everybody. Impact the world positively, give a good note, and say a good word to everyone that comes your way. Have a beautiful day.